welcome to My Life on Paper. I am Brianna. Welcome back to Series 15 of Christy's Beautiful Life and her 30 Days of Sketches. Today's sketch is this fun one by a Joyful Scrapper, and I will have that information down below. It's all about the bows today as well. And here is our inspiration that we are using to make a Disney layout. I have two photos of myself from Disneyland. It was my first time to Disneyland. It was earlier this year. And my husband was at a food show. He is a food scientist, and he had to go to the show for a little bit and left me alone to my own devices at Disneyland. And I took a couple pictures. I did end up going on this ride myself. There were a couple of rides I went on by myself, and I had to take pictures. So this one was Grizzly River Run. It was a rafting one with the big circle raft, and I ended up going back on it again when he got there. So I am using these fun papers. They are color play, and so they are glossy, and it is a day at the park. And it had these wonderful stripes with even the red stripe through it, so I used that. And then I used the back side of that for the red paper. And then I've got, I don't know, I don't like mathing. I think I've said that before. So I don't end up using this black paper because on the left side, the triangle actually goes up against the border, and the border's already black. But once I figure that out, I am going to use the pieces I've already cut out on another piece of paper um, to then make the same size triangles. And here's some washi tape I'm looking at. So I did this once in a video before, a layout before, where I've got this paper that's themed. It is Disney paper, but this one's got Buzz Lightyear and Woody on it. And so I didn't need that, but I'm going to use the yellow off of that paper around Woody and Buzz, and get those pieces cut in yellow then. So I'll just use my scissors. Uh, this piece would be totally too big for the trimmer. And some of well, not all of it. And this yellow one, the kind of the corner piece gets tucked underneath. Um, and then I'm also going to cover it with that washi tape. So, it doesn't have to be perfect per se. I do try to get it as perfect as I can. And this will have some of that yellow splatter you can kind of see there on the paper, but that's going to get tucked away, I believe, as well. And then once those are trimmed out, they go onto that red background, and you'll see it works much better than the black. And it gives it, I was trying to stay with just the red and white and black for the inspiration, because that's really what I took out from the inspiration from It's All About the Mouse was the red and the black and the white of like the backpack. So I will start adhering this down with my ATG. My ATG does not like this glossy paper. I've never really had a problem before, uh, but it did give me a little bit of a problem. I don't necessarily mind glossy. And you can see here I don't mind switching it up with using glossy and the regular cardstock on the same page, which I did here. Make sure you check below to see there'll be those who are playing along with All About the Mouse, as well as a link to 30 Days of Sketches by Christy's Beautiful Life. Each day this month there is a original sketch by someone. Um, and they're always just amazing and fun and challenging and all those good things. This sketch here allows you to do a lot of different things. It doesn't give you like some of them are more embellished. This one really allows you to kind of embellish yourself. It does have the tags and the tabs above the photos as well as the banner below the photo. And I think my photos are a little bit bigger than hers, and that's the beauty of a sketch as well. You can just make it your own. So here is this washi tape that I have in the red and black and yellow and white. And I will put that along both sides as a part of that trim. And then I'm going to use my punch and punch some Mickey ears for what she has on uh, the floral part of the sketch. It looks like on the sketch the pictures are matted. I did not do that. I felt like, my pictures, I don't always mat my pictures, and because they were a larger size, I was good with leaving them just the way they are. So here is my punch, and I started off with just the black paper, punching out some Mickey heads, and then I end up going and taking that striped paper that the extra striped paper and then trimming some of those Mickey ears as well. The fun thing about that, and you'll see here this in a moment, I just had a little sliver, and it was because that I used the striped paper for the red on the background. So I just punched off of it what I could for the for the Mickey head, and then I'll go back in and trim out my the black Mickey heads the same size. And that's, I mean, you can totally tell it's a Mickey head. You don't need the whole size. And that way I'm able to use both the red, the striped, and the black, and it makes a pattern. Um, and I think I even, by overlapping some photos, um, I don't need to use all of the Mickey heads. So here I have all of the border glued down, and then I am deciding on where exactly I want my photos. And then the fun part of figuring out like which embellishments you want to use. I have a couple different collections, so I pick out some chipboard, and different or actually I think it's just ephemera. I might have stickers as well. And I wanted to kind of give the feel of the tag in the tab that's above that right photo as well as the banner that's below the left photo. So the ticket says Big Smiles and the flag up there says Adventure Explorer. And then I find the banner down below and it has a blue on it and there's nothing else blue. So I stick one of my I can't remember what I was calling them, but it's like a glittery dome. And it looks rather random right now, but I'm gonna go in with my Nuvo drops, my black Nuvo drops, and make some Mickey ears on there. It might just be an upside down Mickey, but that's okay. Maybe you can call him a hidden Mickey. He's not really hidden, he's right there out in the front. And then I'll start, gluing everything down. Um, my ATG does better with the photos, I think, than the rest of the papers, although I did have problems with it slipping off. Here, and here I just take some off um, of the ATG gun itself and just kind of stick it underneath, but it'll go on the chipboard nicely. Sometimes I do use my liquid glue, sometimes I'll use the ATG, and if the ATG is bigger than the item, I just kind of tuck it in. You can see me doing that there. So I'll give myself a little necklace banner right there. And then, yeah, that one corner doesn't want to stay down. Oh, and I took out, you could see right there, I needed some more red Mickey heads, so I went behind the yellow paper and just cut it out, because I hadn't gutted that in the beginning, so that worked out well. Those are the kind of glitter domes, that's what they are. And I end up finishing them, and I don't know if it's on this layout or the next one I do, but they're something that's been in my stash forever. I left them on my desk and they worked well on this layout for the face of the Mickey head. And I I also use like some random like parts that I cut off um the Mickey head, and I use that as just like a kind of a journal base. So I'm gonna get some words in each one of my clusters here because I will make that banner piece down in the bottom left a cluster, and then I make that other um, oh, that half red circle over there, I make that a cluster. I never did glue down the stripe there, so I make sure to get that down. And this piece says making memories, so that gets to be a wordy bit into that cluster. The black one says magic, so that's going to be just a little word for the bottom cluster. And I will use that heart bubble up there. I'll get all these pieces glued down, and you see I have my Tamomano adhesive glue nearby in case I need that. Especially for that yellow paper, just did not like the red glossy. Um, And once I've got those adhered, then I'll go in with some splatters. I just do some white splatters, that red going through the middle. I just wanted something there. Um, I don't know, and maybe I should have used a pattern paper back there. Um, but I like to use the whole sheet, so I got the stripes on the bottom and the red on the top. Then I will get out my black Nuvo drops and I'll make those glitter domes into Mickey heads, and that makes me smile. And that's what scrapbooking is all about, is making you smile. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you have a fabulous day, and please come back and see me again soon.